हेलो फ्रेंड्स, आज बैसाखी है और संक्रांति। मैं आशा करता हूँ आप सभी का ये महीना और मेरा भी ये महीना बहुत अच्छे से गुजरे और हम इस महीने में काफ़ी कुछ नया सीख पाएँ। ठीक है, तो मैं बस आप सभी से यही रिक्वेस्ट करता हूँ कि मेरा चैनल फॉलो, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए, लाइक कीजिए, कमेंट कीजिए एंड शेयर कीजिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा, ताकि मुझे मोटिवेशन मिल सके नई वीडियोस बनाने की। तो आज मैं अपना टॉपिक आगे कंटिन्यू करूँगा। सो let us guys continue with हम उस दिन कर रहे थे कम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स। उस दिन हमने पढ़ा था कम्प्लेक्स नंबर के बेसिक्स। तो आज हम करेंगे आगे कंटिन्यू टॉपिक्स। सो लेक्चर 2 कम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स। मुझे उम्मीद है कि उस दिन के टॉपिक सभी को समझ आ गए होंगे, और जिन्होंने नहीं देखी अभी तक पिछली वीडियोस, वो अभी जाके पिछली वीडियोस देखें, उसके बाद ये वीडियो देखें, ताकि उन्हें उनके बेसिक कंसेप्ट्स क्लियर हो और आगे सीख पाएं। तो हम आज करेंगे पहले सबसे पहले मॉडुलस ऑफ ए कम्प्लेक्स नंबर। मॉडुलस क्या होता है? मॉडुलस आपने पढ़ा होगा फंक्शंस में। मॉडुलस होता है किसी चीज का, मीन्स टू से इग्नोर द साइन ऑफ दैट मैग्नीट्यूड। Either it is negative, either it is positive, it always give the answer in positive. Let modulus of a complex number. How to represent the modulus of a complex number? Let us take z as a complex number. Z is a complex number. So we have to take a modulus of Z. So how we represent our modulus? I can explain. Modulus of Z equals to this. By two straight lines we represents the modulus. And how, if we given a quantity z equals to a plus a iota b, then how we presents a modulus of z? Let's take if z equals to a plus iota b। अब हम मॉडुलस z लिखना सीखेंगे कि मॉडुलस z लिखते कैसे हैं, होता कैसे है। ठीक है, सो मॉडुलस ऑफ z इक्वल्स टू अंडर रूट ऑफ रियल पार्ट स्क्वायर प्लस इमेजिनरी पार्ट squared. That means modulus of z equals to root of a square plus b square. So guys, how we present the z modulus? That z modulus equals to root of real part square plus imaginary part square. What is the real part here in a plus iota b? Here a is a real part. Okay guys, I hope you guys know all. In previous lecture I said how to represent the real part and imaginary part. A equals to real part and here B equals to imaginary part. So we present z modulus as root of a square plus b square. So guys, I hope all you understand how we present some modulus of z. If we given only z, and if we given us value of z like that in complex form a plus iota b, then how we present some modulus of z? Then modulus of z equals to real part square root of real part square plus imaginary part square. So modulus of z equals to root of a square plus b square. So guys, next we come to the properties of a modulus of a complex number. properties of modulus. So guys, first property of modulus is guys, our first property is modulus of minus of z equals to modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. You all aware of minus of z and not aware about z conjugate. In next topic, I told you about what is the conjugate of z. So for learning purpose, you here see these triple are equal. Modulus of minus z equals to modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. So first property we have root of modulus of minus z equals to modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. So we have to prove it, guys. Let us take z equals to a plus iota b. Z equals to a plus iota b. Okay, guys. So what is the modulus of? So first, what is minus z? It is equals to minus of a plus iota b, or minus a minus iota b. So what is the minus of z? Equals to minus of a plus iota b, and equals to, when we open the brackets, we have minus a plus minus minus and minus iota b, or then z conjugate. For simply, I have written z conjugate. What is z conjugate? A plus iota b whole the power bar. So what this bar represents? It represents the change of sign with the imaginary part. What the conjugate represents? The change of sign with the imaginary part. So what is the conjugate of z? If z equals to a plus iota b, conjugate of a plus iota b equals to a minus iota b. So we have to prove this. Modulus of minus z equals to modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. So what we have to prove? We have to prove modulus of minus z equals to modulus of z and equals to modulus of z conjugate. So what is the modulus of minus z here? Minus z. We have minus z equals to minus a minus iota b. Okay, guys. So what is the real part here? Minus a is the real part and minus b is an imaginary part. So what is the guys real part here? Minus a, and what is imaginary part? Minus b. So what is modulus of minus z? Root of real part square plus imaginary part square. So what is the real part here? Minus a whole square plus minus b whole square. When we open the brackets, what we get? A square plus b square. Because minus when squared, minus minus we know plus. So we have when squared, it minus a into minus a equals to a square. And when minus b into minus b, it is equals to b square. So what we get the answer? Root of a square plus b square. Let us take it as 1. Okay, guys. So modulus of what the modulus of minus z comes? Root of a square plus b square. Now we have to find the modulus of z. What is the modulus of z? Now first, what is z? Z equals to a plus iota b. We all know z equals to a plus iota b, and what is the real part and imaginary part here? Real part is a and what is the imaginary part? B. So what is the modulus of z here? I'm directly written equals to root of real part square. Real part here is a, so here is a square, and imaginary part here is b, so here is b square. So what we get in modulus of z equals to root of a square plus b square. Given this equation to 2. Now we have to take a modulus of z conjugate. So what is the z conjugate, guys? Z conjugate equals to a minus iota b. So we have, what is the real part and imaginary part here? Real part is a. And what is the imaginary part here? Minus b. So what is the modulus of z conjugate? I directly done the answer. Real part square here a square plus imaginary part square. What is the imaginary part here, guys? Minus b. So here minus b square. So we have written like as a square plus minus b into minus b. What we written? B square. What we get the answer? Root of a square plus b square. Give it as 3. So guys, what we have in 3 questions, the same value, that is root of a square plus b square. From this we have concluded the property that I initially said to you, that modulus of minus z equals to modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. So guys, what is the property? Modulus of minus z equals to modulus of z equals to modulus of z conjugate. So guys, we have continued with our second property. Second property we have modulus of z equals to 0 only when modulus of z equals to 0. So what is our second property, guys? Modulus of z equals to 0. Think of a situation when a modulus of z equals to 0. When we have real part and imaginary part equals to 0. So what is the conclusion here? That we have z equals to 0 or 0 plus iota 0. So what the conclusion, guys, here? When modulus of z equals to 0, we have z equals to 0 or 0 plus iota 0. I hope, guys, you understand the second property. What is modulus of z equals to 0? Only when z equals to 0 or equals to 0 plus iota 0, or the real part and imaginary part equals to 0. Here a equals to b equals to 0. A equals to b equals to 0. Okay, guys. So now we move forward to the third property. And what is our third property? When we have multiplication of two complex number, then the modulus of multiplication of two complex number equals to separately multiplication of modulus of two numbers. Okay, guys, let's take an example. Here z1 equals to a plus iota b and z2 equals to c plus iota d. So guys, what we assume, z1 equals to a plus iota b and z2 equals to c plus iota d. By using this, we have to prove this property. First, what we have to do, we have multiply z1 and z2. Okay, then we find the modulus of whole multiplication of z1 and z2. guys, what is Z1? A plus iota B. And what is Z2? C plus iota D. So now we have to multiply Z1 and Z2. Okay, Z1, Z2. So multiply it. A plus iota B. In previous lecture I told you about how to multiply two complex numbers. So in the same procedure we have multiplied it. Okay guys, we multiply a to the whole bracket and then iota b to the whole bracket. First we have multiply a to the whole bracket and then iota b to the whole bracket. So what is the answer here? A into c plus iota ad plus iota bc plus iota square bd. In previous lecture I told you about what is the value of iota square. It is -1. So here differentiate the real parts and differentiate the imaginary part. So I am written AC plus iota AD plus iota BC minus BD, because iota square equals to -1. So it changes the sign. So I am differentiating now real parts and imaginary parts. Equals to AC minus BD and plus iota AD plus BC. What we get guys? AC minus BD plus iota AD plus BC. We have written this result in the side, and now we have found in the modulus of this. So now we have to find the modulus of Z1 into Z2. What is it? Modulus of Z1 Z2 equals to, here what is the real part? AC minus BD. Real part is AC minus BD, and what is the imaginary part? It is AD plus BC. It is real part and it is imaginary part. So what is Z1 into Z2 modulus? Equals to root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Root of real part square here is AC minus BD. AC minus BD whole square plus imaginary part here AD plus BC. AD plus BC whole square. Okay guys, so what we get the modulus of Z1 into Z2 equals root of AC minus BD whole square plus AD plus BC whole square. Give it as number 1. Now we have to find the separately the modulus of Z1 into Z2. Here we done Z1 Z2 equals to root of AC minus BD plus AD plus BC whole square. Now we have to find the modulus of Z1 multiply modulus of Z2. So what is Z1 here? A plus iota B. So what is the modulus of Z1? Equals to A square plus B square. Okay guys, so what is the modulus of Z2? Here it is root of C square plus D square. Now we have to multiply modulus of Z1 into modulus of Z2. So what we get? Equals to root of A square plus B square into root of C square plus D square. We know the property of the under root. When two under roots multiply each other, the values internal in it are multiplied with each other. What we get? We have A square plus B square into C square plus D square. What we get? Multiply A square C square plus a square b square plus b square c square plus b square d square. Okay guys, now we have to open these brackets. Okay guys, now what we do, now we have to open these brackets and finally we get the same answer. This AC, we know the property a minus b whole square equals to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So we have to apply same property here. A square c square plus b square d square minus 2abcd. In second bracket, what is a plus b whole square means a square plus b square plus 2ab. So what we get? A square d square plus b square c square plus 2abcd. So here 2abcd is minus sign and also in plus sign. So these both are cancel out each other. What we will left with? We will left with a square c square plus b square d square plus a square d square plus b square c square. This is same we get when we multiply separately modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. That means the property says true. So what the property says true, that modulus of z1 into z2 equals to separately the modulus of z1 into z2. This says true. So I hope all guys you understand what this property says, that modulus of z1 into z2 equals to separately the modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. So we have now continued with our next property. What is our next property? What property is, when we divide two complex number, their modulus equals to separately the modulus of z1 divided by z2. Also now we have to prove it. Okay guys, so what is, firstly take z1 equals to a plus iota b. Let z1 equals to a plus iota b and z2 equals to c plus iota d. Firstly what we do, we have to divide z1 by z2. Okay, then we have to find the modulus of it. So we have to do that. So firstly z1 divided by z2. So what is z1 guys? A plus iota b. And what is z2 guys? C plus iota b. In previous lecture I told you that we didn't take the iota terms in denominator. We have to rationalize it so that denominator is free of iota term. So how to rationalize it? In previous lecture I told you about that we have to change the sign. We have to take the conjugate of that complex number and multiply and divide it by numerator and denominator. So guys, what we get here, a plus iota b and c minus iota d. In denominator the same property happens, a plus b into a minus b. So what the answer we get? We get a square minus b square. I hope you all guys know this property best. A plus b into a minus b equals to a square minus b square. In small classes we have learned this property. Okay, so now multiply these terms. These are AC minus iota is AB plus iota BC Now iota square, and iota square equals to -1, minus into minus plus, we have plus BD. I am directly written. Please solve it properly. In denominator, what we have? C square, and what we get? Iota square. Iota square means -1 and minus into minus plus, we have with C square plus D square. Okay guys, now separates the real terms and imaginary terms. So what we have, z1 by z2 equals to, what is the real terms here guys? AC and BD. Separate it, AC plus BD, and in denominator we have C square plus D square. Now imaginary terms are what are? That is AD and BC. We have plus iota BC minus AD, and in denominator we have C square plus D square. What we get? Z1 by Z2 equals to AC plus BD by C square plus D square, plus iota BC minus AD by C square plus D square. Now what we have to find? The modulus of Z1 divided by Z2. Z2. What we have to find? Modulus of Z1 by Z2. So what is the modulus of Z1 by Z2? Let us take it as Z3. Okay guys? Z3 equals to root of real part square. Real part, what is here real part? AC plus BD upon C square plus D square. So AC plus BD upon C square plus D square whole square, plus imaginary square. What is the imaginary part here guys? BC minus AD by C square plus D square. BC minus AD by C square plus D square whole square. So this is the value we have with the modulus of Z1 by Z2. We have to write it as 1. Now what is the value of modulus of Z1 by Z2? Is equals to AC plus BD by C square plus D square whole square, plus BC minus AD whole square upon C square plus D square whole square. Okay guys, now we have to find modulus of Z1 divided by modulus of Z2. So what is Z1 here guys? A plus iota B. So what is the modulus of Z1? Equals to root of real part square plus imaginary part square. Real part here is A and imaginary part here is B. There is A square plus B square. Okay guys, so what is Z2 here? C plus iota D, and what is modulus of Z2? Here it is root of C square plus D square divided by modulus of Z2 equals to root of C square plus D square. Okay guys, so we know the property of under root. When 1 under root divided by under root 2, it is under root in whole, that is whole under root A square plus B square upon C square plus D square. Here we get this and here we get this. How guys we differentiate it? We now open the brackets here and finally we have to answer this. Now we have to open here the brackets. Equals to what we get here, common denominator, that is C square plus D square whole square, and previous part we have solved this and what we get now, we get a square c square plus b square d square plus 2abcd plus here open this b square c square plus a square d square minus 2 abcd. So guys, here plus we have 2 abcd with plus and minus sign, so cancel out each other. What we have left with? We are left with a square c square plus d square c square plus b square d square plus a square d square. So guys, we have upon root of c square plus d square whole square. So guys, we have when open the brackets, we have with the a square c square plus b square d square plus 2abcd plus b square c square plus a square d square minus 2abcd upon c square plus d square whole square. So here we have 2abcd with plus and minus sign both. So we have cancel out each other and we left with a square c square plus b square c square plus b square d square plus a square d square upon c square plus d square whole square. Now there is one tricky part, that is now modulus of z1, modulus of z1 divided by z2. Now here guys, we have a square c square plus b square c square. In both terms c square are common, so we have to take c square here is common. C square common. We have left with a square plus b square. And in these two terms we have d square as common term. So taking it as out d square, we have left with a square plus b square. And in denominator we have c square plus d square whole square. Okay guys, now here in both terms a square plus b square is common, so taken a square plus b square as common term. We have a square plus b square, and inside we have left with c square plus d square upon c square plus d square whole square. But we have doing here we doing that in these terms c square is common, so we have taken c square as out and inside we have left with a square plus b square, and in this we have left with d square. We have left with d square. We have common with d square and left with a square plus b square. Okay guys, so in these we have common as a square plus b square, so we have taken a square plus b square as common term and we have left with c square plus d square. So in both numerator and denominator we have c square plus d square, so cancel out each other. This power and this term is cancel out each other. So what we have left with? We have left with a square plus b square in numerator and c square plus d square in denominator. So what is guys this answer? This answer is same as we have solved this, that is modulus of z1 divided by modulus of z2 equals to root of a square plus b square upon c square d plus d square. What this tells, that this answer tells that this property says true. What is the property? That modulus of z1 divided by z2 equals to separately the modulus of z1 divided by modulus of z2. I hope guys all you understand the four properties of a modulus and what is modulus and how we find the modulus of a complex number. So guys, we have continued with our next topic, that is conjugate, and many more topics in our next lectures, and I am only requesting you that please subscribe my channel, please share my channel, that I have getting motivated and make more videos for you for your better performance ओके गाइज, सो हैप्पी विसाखी एंड हैप्पी संक्रांति टू ऑल। प्रीवियस वीडियो का लेक्चर जिन्होंने नहीं देखा उसका लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में मिल जाएगा। फिजिक्स की वीडियो आ चुकी है, उसे भी जाके देखो, ठीक है गाइज। और एंजॉय करो अपनी लाइफ को और अच्छे से वीडियो देखो, अच्छे से प्रैक्टिस करो ताकि हमें भी कुछ फायदा और आपको भी कुछ फायदा हो, ठीक है गाइज। ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू वेरी मच।